All right, let's see here. Live on YouTube, live on Facebook. All right, great Thursday morning, folks. Hey, just wanted to reach out to you today. I'm loaded. I'm loaded for bear today. So that's that's an understatement. But great Thursday morning, folks. Today's stream is how about we just show up? How about we just show up today? One of the things, and I always get pumped up. I was working on my book all day yesterday, editing and on the second edit now, and going through and just exciting stuff. I always get jazzed when I have that. One of the things I have in the book is these little sections. I call them. My sister came up with an acronym, which is just what they were, llamas, and they're life altering moment alerts, and just little ADD moments that I have as I'm going through the book and writing and whatnot, and I'm also coordinating with one of the tenants here to do an audiobook. So we're gonna have an audiobook too. But one of the things I talk about there in one of those little sidebars is just showing up. I mean, it is so important. I mean, if you are a young person, and if you know me, I love working with young people, and the book is primarily targeted for young adults, it is. I mean, if you just show up, if you show up consistently and regularly, you are so far ahead of the pack. It's mind blowing how simple that is, and it just seems so obvious to me, and it just totally escapes people, and I don't get it. I just do not get it. I mean, if you can consistently and regularly show up, and by showing up I mean being there in heart, being there in spirit, being there with bells on, for lack of a better term. Your current job may not be your ideal job. Your current lot in life may not be ideal, but show up and do it with everything that you've got every single day. And oh my God, you will be so far in front of the rest of the pack. It's not even a discussion about it. It's not even a factor how far ahead of your peers and everybody else you will be if you just show up. I remember a great example of this when I first started working plumbing. I was a plumber for a while back in the day, and I would show up on a construction site, and I would work. I would work, and I would get stuff done, and I would just work. I was working for one of these big companies. Actually, it was Johnson Willis Hospital. I was building Johnson Willis Hospital over on the south side, and I was doing the plumbing in there. And one of the foremen pulled me aside and said, "Hey, Gardner, come over here." And it was like, it's like, look, man, I know you're new, excited about the opportunity, excited about the job, but you got to back off a couple notches. What do you mean back off a couple notches? It's like, well, you're making us all look bad. You're getting too much done. If you show everybody around here that you're actually capable of getting that much work done, then they're going to expect that much work out of all of us. I was like, well, maybe you're not working hard enough. How about that? I remember another job I had. I was a lawn guy. I was the groundskeeper for apartment complex over here on the north side years ago, working with a buddy of mine, Roger Dixon, who I've lost touch with. If anybody knows Roger Dixon, reach out, Roger, my buddy. I can't find him, but I know he's probably still here in Richmond somewhere. But we're over there with him, and we had that thing down so much, so fast, that we could completely do everything that we needed to do in that facility, cut all the grass, trim all the hedges, pick up all the trash, get everything cleared, get everything done in about 2.5 days. So Monday, Tuesday, maybe half a day Wednesday, we would knock everything out. And then we would spend the rest of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday essentially hiding from the supervisor. So, I mean, if you can get in there and get it done, do it. Just go in there, just do it. I mean, showing up is such a such an unbelievable thing. I had an experience this morning. We had, I'm essentially the primary caregiver for my mom at the house there, and this morning I get up and we've got no internet, we got no phones. So I'm like, today's supposed to be my travel day. I go on the road, and that's no big deal. She's not completely incapacitated or anything. Like she has to have somebody there 24/7, but she can't have I can't. She can't be alone for extended periods of time. I mean, like, days or weeks or months or anything like that. So that's one of the reasons I'm back here now. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be on the road all day today, and I got no phone and I got no internet, and I'm not going to leave her in the house with with only her cell phone, because half the time she can't figure out how to work that. Not can't figure out how to work it. We have a bad signal in the house, so oftentimes we don't get a signal where we are in the house because it's a brick fortress, and the signal just can't get through. So I'm on the phone trying to find. You ever try to find a phone number for customer service at Verizon? Yeah. No, not really happening. So I ended up having to call the mobile guys and ask them to get me a phone number for the landline guys, the FiOS guys, the cable TV internet guys. So just a significantly less than stellar experience with customer service this morning, and I just thought, that's it. I'm ranting about showing up today, because that's that. Apple. I'm completely devoted to Apple. I have the Apple iPhone. I have the iPad. I'm streaming on my iMac, my MacBook Pro, and I am completely and totally converted over to Apple now, and have been for quite some time. And you talk about customer service. I mean, that's a company that's got it down, that does a stellar job with customer service, and that's a tough gig, I mean, because people aren't contacting customer service because they're tickled pink and just want to share their enthusiasm with you. They got a problem, and those guys have seemed to have, in most cases, and I think there's been one or two, not perfect experiences, but by and by, for the most part, they are pretty darn good at it, and Verizon is not. So just kind of an FYI there on that one. So as I said, was working on the book all day yesterday, and that always gets me pumped, always gets me jazzed about that, because I'm so excited about it. And as I said, we're in the second edit there, and I saw these little blurbs, and I've got these llama alerts, these life-altering moment alerts throughout the book, and I was looking at one of those, and it was just talking about just showing up. If you just show up on a consistent and regular basis, and I don't mean, showing up and letting everybody know you'd rather be somewhere else. I mean, showing up and doing what's expected of you and what's needed to be done, with a positive attitude. One of the stories in the book was about a young lady that I ran into. I think her name was Kate or Katie, when I was out on the road driving the truck, and went to a movie, and she was just this. She was 19 years old. She was serving popcorn behind the counter at the movie theater, and just giant smile on her face, and it never left her face. You could just tell she was appreciative, and she was happy to be there. She was glad to serve. I told her, I said, look, I make a point to call that out when I see that in young people, especially, that if you keep this attitude, you keep this level of enthusiasm up, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you're doing it, you are going to do very, very well in life. You've got a great path laid out in front of you if you just consistently do this. And I pointed it out to her, and I said, you've got this great attitude, and in what many people think is kind of a low end job. But it was by far and away the best and most enjoyable overpriced popcorn experience I've ever had. So it's great to run into that, and I encourage all of you, when you see that, especially in young people, because our words and our deeds have a very profound effect on young folks. If you talk to them and let them know, just when you see it, man, stop, take a minute, and thank them for it, and acknowledge it, and reinforce it, encourage it, because that kind of behavior, that kind of attitude will just sail them out in front of their peers when it comes to everything in life, to your job, your family, your relationships with other people, everything across the board. You bring that kind of spirit, that kind of attitude to it, and it will not fail you. I guarantee it. So anyway, that's my rant. We're a little over 10 minutes this morning, but I got that going. As always, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the likes down there, subscribe, and hit the alarm bell so you get notifications when I go live. Got a meeting later today. We're going to be doing some filming for perhaps our first pre-recorded stream, so looking forward to that. And so we should be doing that today and this week, and maybe we'll do some editing this weekend and get that up and running and posted, so we can take a peek at that new product that we've been talking about. And if you're over on the Facebook side, give me the hearts and make your comments. I tell you, the numbers are going up. I thank you guys so much for that. The views are going up. The subscriptions are going up. The follows are going up. The likes are going up. The direct messages, the comments, my Twitter is blowing up. I'm getting new followers all the time, and that's a great thing. So all of my contact information is below. As I mentioned yesterday, I've got some new links in there. I'm working on finishing up the website, the personal website, so that will be live shortly. As soon as it is, I will update you here and in the comments below. In the description box below, rather. So just thank you all so much for your support, and for your enthusiasm, and for your viewing time. I know your time is valuable, and I've already taken up a little bit more than I normally do, but I just want to make sure that I thanked you guys for all that you're doing. And share the video, share with your friends, share with on your Facebook stream, share on the YouTube side as well, and just get it out there. If you want me to cover something, if you have a question, feel free to hit me up with that, and I will be more than happy to answer that. I love doing it. If you are interested in having me speak at your group or your meeting, I would be more than happy to do that as well. I love public speaking, so I love the opportunity to do that. So hit me up. All the contact points are there. Thanks a bunch for watching today, and you guys have a great Thursday. And remember, doesn't matter whether you think you can or you think you can't. You're right. Have a great day. God bless, guys.